The National Electrical Code, or NEC, requires all electrical outlets within 6 feet of a tub to be protected by a ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI. This GFCI protection can be provided by a self-contained outlet or a circuit breaker. The NEC also stipulates that the GFCI must be readily accessible, meaning it should be within easy reach from the tub. If the current GFCI outlet is located less than 6 feet from the tub, it is mandatory to relocate it to comply with code regulations. Furthermore, the replacement cord for the tub must be a water-resistant cord specifically engineered for use in damp environments. It is crucial to use a cord that is as short as possible to mitigate tripping hazards and other potential dangers. To ensure safety and code compliance, here are the steps to take. Firstly, turn off the power to the outlet circuit at the breaker panel. This will prevent any electrical shocks while working with the wires. Secondly, remove the faceplate of the existing GFCI outlet. This will expose the wiring connections. Thirdly, disconnect the wires from the GFCI outlet. Make sure to carefully label each wire or take a picture of the wiring configuration before disconnecting them to facilitate proper reconnection later. Fourthly, attach the wires to the new GFCI outlet. Refer to the labeling or the picture taken earlier to ensure correct wiring. Fifthly, screw the new GFCI outlet securely into the electrical box. Ensure it is properly aligned and tightened. Sixthly, replace the faceplate on the GFCI outlet. This will provide protection and a finished look. Seventhly, replace the cord on the tub with a water-resistant cord. This is crucial for safety in wet environments. Eighthly, turn on the power to the circuit at the breaker panel. Test the GFCI outlet to ensure it is functioning properly. It is extremely important to acknowledge that if you are not comfortable or familiar with performing electrical work, it is strongly recommended to hire a qualified electrician to execute these changes. Working with electricity can be dangerous, and a professional electrician has the training and expertise to ensure the work is done safely and correctly. Understanding the NEC requirements for GFCI outlets near tubs is crucial for ensuring electrical safety in your home. By adhering to these guidelines and taking the necessary precautions, you can significantly reduce the risk of electrical shock and other hazards. Always prioritize safety when working with electricity, and never hesitate to seek professional assistance when needed. Ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, are crucial safety devices designed to protect people from electrical shock. They work by monitoring the current flowing in a circuit. If there is an imbalance, indicating that current is leaking to ground, the GFCI quickly trips, cutting off the power and preventing a potentially dangerous shock. In areas where water is present, such as bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor locations, GFCIs are especially important. The presence of water significantly increases the risk of electrical shock, as water can act as a conductor, providing a path for electricity to flow through a person's body. The NEC mandates the use of GFCIs in these locations to minimize the risk of electrical accidents. The 6-foot rule for GFCI protection near tubs and showers is a critical safety measure. It recognizes that the area surrounding a tub or shower is likely to be wet, making it a high-risk zone for electrical shock. By requiring GFCI protection for all outlets within 6 feet of the tub or shower, the code aims to prevent accidental contact with live electrical components while a person is wet. When relocating a GFCI outlet, it is essential to follow all applicable electrical codes and regulations. This includes ensuring that the outlet is properly grounded, that the wiring is correctly sized for the circuit, and that the outlet is securely mounted in an approved electrical box. Using a water-resistant cord for appliances near water sources is another vital safety precaution. Standard electrical cords are not designed to withstand exposure to water and can quickly deteriorate, leading to insulation failure and the risk of electrical shock. Water-resistant cords are specifically designed to repel water and maintain their insulating properties even in damp environments. When choosing a water-resistant cord, make sure it is rated for the intended use and that it is long enough to reach the outlet without creating a tripping hazard. It is also important to regularly inspect the cord for any signs of damage, such as cracks, cuts, or frayed wires. If any damage is found, the cord should be replaced immediately. In addition to GFCIs and water-resistant cords, there are several other safety measures that can be taken to reduce the risk of electrical shock in bathrooms and other wet areas. These include avoiding the use of electrical appliances near water, keeping electrical outlets and switches dry, and never touching electrical devices with wet hands. It is also important to teach children about electrical safety and to supervise them closely when they are using electrical appliances in the bathroom. By following these simple precautions, you can create a safer environment for yourself and your family. Remember, electricity is a powerful force that can be dangerous if not handled properly. Always exercise caution when working with electricity, and never hesitate to seek professional assistance when needed. The NEC is a comprehensive set of standards that governs the safe installation and use of electrical systems. It is updated regularly to reflect the latest advancements in technology and to address emerging safety concerns. The NEC is enforced by local electrical inspectors who ensure that all electrical work is performed in accordance with the code. When planning any electrical work, it is essential to consult the NEC and to obtain any necessary permits before starting the project. Failure to comply with the NEC can result in fines, delays, and even the risk of fire or electrical shock. Hiring a qualified electrician is the best way to ensure that your electrical work is done safely and correctly. A qualified electrician has the training, experience, and knowledge to handle all types of electrical projects, from simple repairs to complex installations. They will be familiar with the NEC and other applicable codes and regulations, and they will be able to identify and address any potential safety hazards. When choosing an electrician, be sure to check their credentials and references. Ask for proof of insurance and licensing, and make sure they have a good reputation in the community. It is also a good idea to get multiple quotes before hiring an electrician, as prices can vary significantly. The primary goal of electrical safety measures is to prevent electrical shock and other electrical hazards. Electrical shock can occur when a person comes into contact with a live electrical conductor. The severity of the shock depends on several factors, including the voltage of the electricity, the amount of current flowing through the body, and the duration of the contact. In some cases, electrical shock can be fatal. Other electrical hazards include electrical fires, which can be caused by overloaded circuits, faulty wiring, or damaged appliances. Electrical fires can spread quickly and can cause significant damage and injury. By taking the necessary safety precautions, you can significantly reduce the risk of electrical shock and other electrical hazards. This includes using GFCIs in wet areas, using water-resistant cords for appliances near water, and avoiding the use of electrical appliances near water. It also includes regularly inspecting your electrical system for any signs of damage and hiring a qualified electrician to perform any necessary repairs or upgrades. Electrical safety is everyone's responsibility. By educating yourself and others about electrical hazards and taking the necessary safety precautions, you can help create a safer environment for yourself, your family, and your community. Remember, electricity is a powerful force that should be treated with respect. Always exercise caution when working with electricity, and never hesitate to seek professional assistance when needed. Grounding is a critical safety feature in electrical systems. It provides a low resistance path for fault current to flow back to the source, allowing the circuit breaker to trip and cut off the power in the event of a ground fault. A ground fault occurs when a live electrical conductor comes into contact with a grounded metal object, such as the metal enclosure of an appliance or the metal frame of a building. Without grounding, the fault current would have no path to flow, and the voltage on the grounded metal object would rise to a dangerous level, creating a significant risk of electrical shock. Grounding is typically achieved by connecting the metal enclosure of an appliance or the metal frame of a building to a grounding electrode, such as a metal rod driven into the earth. The grounding electrode provides a direct connection to the earth, allowing fault current to flow safely back to the source. Grounding is required by the NEC for all electrical systems. It is essential to ensure that your electrical system is properly grounded to protect yourself and others from electrical shock. Bonding is another important safety feature in electrical systems. It involves connecting together all of the metal parts of an electrical system, such as metal conduits, metal enclosures, and metal equipment, to create a continuous electrical path. Bonding helps to ensure that all of the metal parts of the system are at the same electrical potential. This prevents voltage differences from developing between different metal parts, which could create a shock hazard. Bonding is typically achieved by using bonding jumpers, which are short lengths of wire that connect together the different metal parts of the system. Bonding is required by the NEC for all electrical systems. It is essential to ensure that your electrical system is properly bonded to protect yourself and others from electrical shock. Overcurrent protection is another critical safety feature in electrical systems. It protects the wiring and equipment in the system from damage caused by excessive current flow. Overcurrent protection is typically provided by circuit breakers or fuses. Circuit breakers are devices that automatically trip and cut off the power to a circuit when the current exceeds a predetermined level. Fuses are similar to circuit breakers, but they contain a fusible link that melts and breaks the circuit when the current exceeds a predetermined level. Circuit breakers and fuses are rated in amps, which indicates the amount of current that they can safely carry. It is essential to use the correct size circuit breaker or fuse for each circuit to provide adequate overcurrent protection. The NEC specifies the minimum overcurrent protection requirements for different types of circuits. Arc fault circuit interrupters, or RFCIs, are a relatively new type of overcurrent protection device that is designed to protect against arc faults. Arc faults are dangerous electrical faults that can cause fires. They occur when electricity jumps between two conductors, creating a high-temperature arc. Arc faults can be caused by damaged wiring, loose connections, or faulty appliances. RFCIs are designed to detect arc faults and quickly trip, cutting off the power to the circuit before a fire can start. The NEC requires RFCIs to be installed in many areas of the home, including bedrooms, living rooms, and dining rooms. Surge protection is another important safety feature in electrical systems. It protects electronic equipment from damage caused by voltage surges. Voltage surges are sudden increases in voltage that can damage or destroy sensitive electronic components. Voltage surges can be caused by lightning strikes, power outages, or switching events on the power grid. Surge protection is typically provided by surge protectors, which are devices that divert excess voltage away from electronic equipment. Surge protectors are available in a variety of types, including whole-house surge protectors, which protect the entire electrical system, and point-of-view surge protectors, which protect individual appliances or electronic devices. It is essential to use surge protection to protect your valuable electronic equipment from damage caused by voltage surges. Regular electrical inspections are essential for ensuring the safety of your electrical system. A qualified electrician can perform a thorough inspection of your electrical system to identify any potential safety hazards, such as damaged wiring, loose connections, or overloaded circuits. Regular electrical inspections can help prevent electrical fires and electrical shock. The NEC recommends that electrical systems be inspected at least every 3 years. However, if you live in an older home or if you have any concerns about the safety of your electrical system, you may want to have it inspected more frequently. During an electrical inspection, the electrician will typically check the following items: firstly, the grounding system; secondly, the bonding system; thirdly, the overcurrent protection devices; fourthly, the arc fault circuit interrupters; fifthly, the surge protection devices; sixthly, the wiring; seventhly, the outlets and switches; eighthly, the appliances and equipment; and ninthly, the smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors. The electrician will also provide you with a written report outlining any findings and recommendations. If the electrician identifies any safety hazards, it is essential to have them repaired promptly. Ignoring electrical safety hazards can put you and your family at risk of electrical shock or electrical fire. Electrical safety is a critical aspect of home ownership. By taking the necessary safety precautions, you can protect yourself, your family, and your property from electrical hazards. This includes using GFCIs in wet areas, using water-resistant cores for appliances near water, avoiding the use of electrical appliances near water, regularly inspecting your electrical system, and hiring a qualified electrician to perform any necessary repairs or upgrades. Remember, electricity is a powerful force that should be treated with respect. Always exercise caution when working with electricity and never hesitate to seek professional assistance when needed. The NEC provides specific guidelines for the installation of electrical equipment in bathrooms to ensure safety. These guidelines address the placement of outlets, switches, and lighting fixtures, as well as the type of wiring and grounding required. One of the key requirements is the use of GFCI protection for all outlets within 6 feet of a tub or shower. This requirement is intended to prevent electrical shock in the event that a person comes into contact with a live electrical component while wet. The NEC also specifies the minimum height requirements for outlets and switches in bathrooms. These requirements are intended to prevent water from splashing onto the electrical components. Outlets and switches must be located at least 12 inches above the floor. Lighting fixtures in bathrooms must be suitable for wet locations. This means that they must be enclosed and casketed to prevent water from entering the fixture. The NEC also specifies the type of wiring that must be used in bathrooms. All wiring must be copper and must be installed in conduit. Conduit is a protective metal or plastic tube that protects the wiring from damage. The grounding system in bathrooms must be properly installed and maintained. The grounding system provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, allowing the circuit breaker to trip and cut off the power in the event of a ground fault. When planning any electrical work in a bathroom, it is essential to consult the NEC and to obtain any necessary permits before starting the project. Hiring a qualified electrician is the best way to ensure that the work is done safely and correctly.